This is our first time flying out of Terminal 8 JFK, and in this video we're gonna share our experience. Let's go check it out.
We have parked the car in the long-term parking, and now we are heading towards the Airtrain to our terminal. Actually, we got really lucky with this parking because we gotta just go here. And now to the Airtrain. We are Terminal 8, all the way at the end. We have never made a video about Terminal 8.
Yeah, this is my first time flying from 8, so it's gonna be all new for me too.
And so far the Airtrain doesn't look so crowded, so I'm hopeful the terminal is nice and empty.
We apologize for any inconvenience during the construction period. One is a Howard Beach train. Please stand clear. The doors are closing. And a Federal Circle.
Just got off the train. We gotta head down
Here.
and go find the check-in and security at Terminal 8.
Terminal 8.
I'm pretty excited too.
I am excited because it's almost like we've seen all the terminals on JFK.
I know for a fact we have never taken a flight out of Terminal 8, and if you're like us, then I think it's gonna be a good little video and experiment to show you what this terminal has to offer. Terminal 8. After you get off the Airtrain, if you are coming here on the Airtrain, you have this nice long bridge covered.
Of 6 feet.
Alia just pointed out they still have the 6 feet signage, remnants of what happened in 2020-21. Here's the sign for Terminal 8 departures.
Check-in is level 3, but we can keep going straight. What are we doing?
Why don't we take the elevator? Let's take the elevator. Level 2 says you are here. Level 3 is check-in, up. Terminal 1, 2, 4, 5, 7, and 8. That's where we are right now. The Airtrain will take you to Subway A or also to Jamaica Station.
Oh, look at that mural.
All right, check that mural out. And like this is the American Airlines and British Airways premium check-in or lounge. Now we are flying on Level Airline, which is a European airline. I believe Iberia owns it. It's a budget airline, and we got the cheapest tickets ever. $800 for all 4 of us. So we have never gotten a $200. Actually, we did Norse, but it was $210. But this is slightly less than $200 on Level. So make sure you come back and check that video out on our full tour and review of an experience in Level Airlines. There's a whole bunch of smaller counters on the other side. All right, so as I'm asking Alia, where is Level? She pointed right there, Level Economy check-in.
So on this corner we have Royal Jordanian Airline, we have Qantas, and we have Cathay Pacific.
And right opposite is Qatar, and over here is Level. So it's all the way on the corner, although this whole check-in area is not so big, so it's not that difficult to find. Right, so we're gonna go show you guys like the middle check-in area too. I think that's where American Airlines and British Airways is. Okay. This is British Airways. I always find it fascinating when there are shops and restaurants and stores in the airport, like outside of security check-in. China,
Air China,
Southern,
Finnair.
and Finnair is here. Let's say a cafe and a store. Right in front is a giant sign for TSA Pre. So the 3 of us got TSA Pre and Alia didn't. So we're gonna go in and meet Alia on the other side. Right, we are all through security. There's signs for lounges, shops, restaurant, and gates 1 through 47. Right after security is Bobby Van's Steakhouse. I believe if you have Priority Pass, you can use that here or use it in Gameway. Those are the 2 places. Make sure you come back and check our Gameway video out because that's where you're gonna take the kids. Now here are gates 14 to 20. They're all here.
And a telephone booth.
And a telephone booth because British Airways leaves out of Terminal 8 or second up are gates 1 through 12. There's a Hudson newsstand here. You can take the elevators up to the Greenwich Lounge for American and British Airways. We are heading, I think we're gonna go and show you guys what the first 12 gates of Terminal 8 looks like. A lot of armed forces, flags hanging. NASA store. Gates 1 through 10 are forward. And check that wall. What is it like being you? A lot of letters written. Yeah. See, you can come here and probably spend like 2 hours just reading these letters. And farmer's fridge. Now more duty-free shops, and now gates 8 through 7. I love Alia when they have these couches and sitting areas.
Yes.
Like where you can just come and chill. Kind of gives...
brings in this sense of calm and relax on a, you know, on a place like an airport where people are mostly rushing and running to make to a flight or to catch something. So having plans or a nice seating area is always very...
The lighting too, right?
Yeah.
It has a lounge vibe in the terminal. Really nice time. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Really
All right,
nice.
guys,
Thank
we're
you. Good
leaving
night.
this Gameway, which is a Priority Pass lounge. We're gonna continue showing you guys everything, but when we got through security, we went through the Priority Pass app, and right away realized that these lounges are closing soon. So we said, why don't we stop the tour and play? And we did play quite a bit and ate some snacks and made some friends. But now we're gonna actually first show you guys, instead of gates 1 through 7, because that's where our flight's leaving from, we're gonna walk this way. Right, so you can see gates 12 to 47 this way. It was a quick little detour to see Gameway, but I am curious to see some of the other gates, because some of the factors that we look at always, Alia, are, can you see the aircraft? Like, how nice are the windows? What about the seating? Are there any USB ports? Are there any outlets or plugs in there?
Yeah.
And then, of course, lounges. Right?
And how high is the ceiling?
Oh, high. Yeah, exactly.
That always adds an open feel to any airport layout, and it's always amazing to have that.
As a true diehard of Terminal 4, I'm going to say Terminal 8 is really nice. I can see myself being here for a few hours right before the flight, because there's plenty of places where you can go sit and relax.
So this is where we entered from right after security. This is your main gated area, gates area. And then this is the steakhouse that we were talking about. It's probably closed right now because it closes at 10. So keep in mind, if you have a flight, then it's good to know that this steakhouse closes at 10.
All right, so let's check out 14 and 20 in detail a little bit. So right next to Alia is the entrance to both Chelsea and Soho Lounge, and you can check, depending on what you have, status-wise, that you can go and access those lounges. I do like the colorful restroom entryways.
And they have amazing artwork throughout. Now, if we go close to that wall, you can see some of the beautiful artwork. That's another thing that we didn't mention before, but we definitely look out for at any airport, because every airport comes with their own series of artworks, and we love looking at that.
Macy's, Rockefeller, the Village. Pretty cool, huh?
American at the top.
Now the artwork that we were just looking at, the other two frames do show the city of London and the Paris. Now it does somewhat remind me of the artwork that we saw at Terminal 7 last time.
This is an airport terminal of announcements. Like, it is announcement after announcement. It's not, it's the opposite of the SFO quiet terminal. See?
So these are gates 14 to 16, and up ahead are 18 and 20.
Talking about more artwork. Yeah, the terminal has quite a bit of artwork.
I think it's probably all the destinations that American Airlines fly to.
All right, Alia, this is the end. Now, if I'm gonna pan around, you guys can see the seating area is pretty packed and crowded, but that's what this gated area looks like. I actually like our side by gate 6. It's a little bit wide open.
That's more open, even though there is windows. So I don't know if daytime I would prefer this side better because you
You're
will
right.
get more daylight and there will be bunch of amazing airport views. And we're at JFK, so there is gonna be big aircraft.
The heavies. Okay.
Yeah.
Now let's head out of here and continue the tour between gates 12 and 46.
Yeah.
This is where the Qatar Airways goes. Alia's trying to see if she can peek into Qatar Airways.
Yeah.
Passengers, please proceed to gate number 5. Your flight is ready for departure.
We were just taking some pictures in the American Airlines telephone booth because they have this partnership with British Airways and they fly to London out of here. But how cool is that? There's a stockings vending machine. You're starting to see a lot of these pop up everywhere.
Yeah.
Whether it started with headphones, but when we were in Milan, there was a underwear vending machine.
Now you would think who's gonna buy all this at an airport, but I would say it's still better than having a whole shop and hiring a few employees and then not having anybody buying. So I think this is a better idea. You have a stall. If somebody wants it, it's there.
And then talking about vending machines, here's a truffle vending machine with truffle potato chips. They have mixed nuts and a whole bunch of other stuff. Urbani truffle, right at Terminal 8.
TSA screening checkpoint of an airport.
Okay, this is very cool. I love this.
Yeah, it's such a cool model. So of course, as we were looking at some of the models, Alia spotted this beautiful British Airways hanging out here. Now, I'm actually very good with planes, and I'm kind of dumbfounded. I think it's a 767.
777.
It's a 777?
I would think so.
Yeah, I think so. It's a 777. So comment below if you agree with Alia if this is a 777.
It's much bigger. It looks smaller because it has a bottom livery is dark blue shade, which is kind of invisible right now.
Yeah.
So it does look small, but I think it's bigger than a 767.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
Now, to go to gates 31 and 47, you have to head down. There's an elevator bank in the middle and escalators that will take you down. Now, Ali and I were debating whether we should go down because we board in about half hour, and this is a commitment. This is a long escalator.
We gotta see the airport.
Yeah,
I mean, we gotta see the whole terminal.
Yeah, we have to experience the full Terminal 8. But this is the last section, so you can think of Terminal 8 in 3 sections, right? One is where Gameway was, and that's gates 1 through 12.
Yeah.
The other one is like 12 to 20 something, and
Yeah.
then these are the last gates, the big numbers.
Yeah.
Okay. All this talk, and we're still on the escalator. All right, so now when you come down, there is more walkway to gates 31 to 47.
Now, as long as there is no tram, we should be able to access those gates, and we should be able to show you the what they look like. But if there's a tram, I think we're gonna head back because that would make us nervous, and
Oh yeah, that would make us very nervous.
so we would just want to go back to where our gate is.
Now, it's a good experience. If you are flying out of gates 31 to 47, just keep in mind that you have to do this bridge connection, coming down, walking, going back up. And if you have strollers, there's elevators, so you can add all of that time right before your flight starts boarding.
Now the gates numbering can also get a little confusing because all the other gates that we saw were only even numbered gates, and there were no odd numbers. And now this one starts from 31 to 47. So we are unaware how many gates actually there's going to be, but we'll find out.
Yeah. What do we have when you come up? A little bit of walking area. There's a currency exchange, couple of screens, couple of vending machines.
More
and
vending machines.
Yeah, more vending machines. Now this one is CoverGirl and Sound, and this is Kylie Cosmetics. 2 sections here. Gates 31 to 42 is one side. And now
Yeah,
here is the Admirals Club Lounge. American. So if you want to come all the way to the American's Admirals Club, it's a little bit of trek, maybe about 7-8 minute walk. Here we are, gates 31 to 41. Nothing like a nice quiet terminal,
Yeah.
right? Look how cool that is. Just like those smaller gate numbers 1 through 12, this area also has plenty of nice seating, lighting,
Stores.
gates. Yeah, stores.
You have a New York deli. Yeah, it looks very similar to the other gates that we were at, 1 to 12, same ceiling. And
We're passing by gates 41 right now, so 41 and 40 here, and you can continue walking. Layout of Terminal 8 is a labyrinth, right? So depending on where you're going, if your gate is like 31, that's a little bit of walk after security. Now here is a restaurant, another gate.
Dunkin's coming up.
So we're passing by gate 38 here. And then there are more people movers that take you toward the end, all the way to gate 31. And here we are, gates 36 right over here. And then if you keep walking, gates 31 to 35.
A lot of construction, a lot of new stores and restaurants coming up. Now, if you're interested in finding out what, we can show you the QR code and you can scan that and learn about the new JFK Terminal 8. But for now, it's 10 p.m. and everything is closed. Most of the restaurants are closed. There is a Dunkin' coming up too in spring as well. This is it from until 31, and now we're gonna head back and show you from 43 to 47, and then we can finally head back to our own gate number 8.
It's like T8, it's its own world, right?
Yeah.
With nooks and crannies here and there. It's reminding, Alia, you said it, a little bit of Heathrow vibe here.
Yes.
Right? It's not straightforward. I used to think it's just 2 lines, but it's not. You have to go up and
A
down.
lot of transferring in between the gates. And it's amazing how huge JFK as an airport is, because one terminal is big enough to be called a whole airport, I think. Now, JFK, this is Terminal 8, we've been to 7, we've been to 1. Those are pretty big terminals as well. And T4 is like a whole different thing, but we have never flown from T5 and T2, so we're hoping in future maybe we get to experience that and share with you guys. Oh, this is really nice.
Yeah, check this seating out.
Really nice.
So this changes the vibe of like nice furniture, plenty
Look
of
at that.
outlets, really changes the whole feel and vibe of the
Kids
airport.
just decided to sit down.
Now we love airports, but I was just thinking, trying to rest in this airport is slightly challenging. There are constant announcements. It's not a complaint. If you like airports and you like announcements, you're gonna love it. And
Yeah.
I do, but you know, there are people who write questions to us and they always say, hey, can I sleep here between 8 p.m. and midnight? And we are walking around here at 10 o'clock at night, and the music is fairly reasonable sound, but the announcements are loud. There's more vending machines, there's Lego, there's parents on the go, and Polly Pocket. And now we are towards gates 43 and 47.
You have Soho Bistro.
10 o'clock, a lot of the restaurants may also close around 9 o'clock. So if you have a later flight, you gotta keep that in mind. We're passing by gates 43 and 44, with 45 to 47 towards the end of this area of the terminal. We are back at that intersection where, you know, we were checking out gates 31, 42, the other gates, and now heading back to gates 1 to 20. So now we're gonna head down the escalator, cross the underground, go up the escalator, and then go to the smaller gates 1 through 12. All right, we're down, and now walk across this. Oh yeah, I'm sure there's planes that are
Yep.
going above us.
Yes. Or
So-
we are walking under the plane.
We're walking under the planes. Now check out the giant TVs on either side. How cool is that? So with that ad, you can probably figure out we actually shoot our videos in advance. All right, going on the super long escalator back up. Now, end to end, if you leave security and don't stop for pictures or anything, and you walk all the way to gate 39, at a fair pace, you're gonna probably estimate about 12 to 17 minutes. And that range determines, right, like how long. So I think the fastest you could be is like 12 minutes. Here we are. We're gonna pass by Admirals Club and then head over to, oh, I see Level Tail. Look.
Oh, that's Jal. Oh yeah.
That's Level right
I
there.
see our
That's our
plane.
flight. We're gonna walk to the gates 1 through 12. Actually, I'm gonna say gates 1 through 12 is by far my favorite section. Not because it has Gameway. Check out the club up top. Yeah, up above is the American Greenwich Lounge.
Ooh.
And it's beautiful. I mean, what we can see, I can imagine.
Cool.
Very cool.
One day.
Alia loves lounges, and I love lounges. So
I love to.
American Airlines, one day. By gate 12, this water fountain, super cold. Not a lot of times you have water fountains in airports super cold, but that one sure is. Alia just
Silhouette?
mesmerized by
Silhouette of Manhattan.
all these 3D portraits and
Yeah.
artwork.
I love it. Oh, look at the satellite.
And Alia, here we are, gates 1 through 7. We are back where we entered Gameway. Now our flight is from gate 6, so we're gonna head over there. But you know, you guys can see, I think out of all the different nooks and crannies and different gate areas, my favorite is gates 1 through 12.
Yeah.
Exactly what Alia was saying. You have lounge access here, you have high ceiling, you have plenty of seating, including some creative seating. So this is the gate to be. Hope you guys enjoyed coming along with us on a walking tour of Terminal 8 at JFK, New York. And on that note, we're gonna catch you guys in the
Next one.
bye for now.
Because it says Brazil, Morocco, Jamaica, India, Chicago, Thailand, and a bunch of more.
I thought you were gonna read everything.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this is Lux